Hello, welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst, shout out from Australia. Today I'm doing the third and final collective channeled reading for the portal that has just been open. It's shutting down today. I've already done a reading on the 2nd of February and then one for the 12th, and now I'm here on the 22nd, as I stated I would, to give the final messages to do with people that have experienced that portal, experienced an ascensional shift, experienced layers and shedding of emotional and spiritual layers. So this is the final messages for this particular situation. So basically, I'm just going to channel what comes through. I do feel the shift. I'm feeling a bit tired today, and I also feel a little bit achy, like my legs are a little bit achy and my arms are a bit sore and my back's a bit sore, and there's no other reason. There's no reason for this apart from this portal that's just been open. It's been massive. Archangel Raphael, I can see behind me. He's not here as he would normally appear to me, but he is just showing me from behind me an amazing, massive, what would I say, spread of light going behind me, pretty much covering the duration of the planet, honestly. And it's just this beautiful, almost like stained glass, soft green, and it's amazing. And he's saying to me, it's a wave. He said, before the end of this 24-hour bracket, regardless of where you are when you watch this in the world, if you're watching this in relation to this, you will get that wave. It'll come through everywhere. It just comes at different time frames because we don't have a time frame like they do. They don't have time. But that's just so beautiful. So let's get into this now. Spirit's saying I need to pull a few numbers. Today I pulled out my son's angel number book, which I did for the first one of these readings to do with this trinity of readings. And I'm going to read number 221 because it's the second month of 2021. And it says, the more you can stay positive in your thoughts, speech, actions, and written words, the better this experience will be for you and your loved ones. Wow. So basically what I'm feeling from this, Spirit is showing me soft hues of pinks and pastels and creams and whites and things. So what they're saying is that there has been a lot of energy shift. There's been a lot of forgiveness and self-forgiveness and debris and things lifted. So even if it's not a level of forgiveness, but people are going in themselves, you know what? I'm done with this drama, or I don't want the heartache, or I don't want to work in this job, or I don't feel good about A, B, or C anymore, and I'm just kissing it goodbye. That could be a different level of forgiveness. So Spirit is saying pick out another number, which is 220. This is a strong divine message urging you to hold on to hope, trust, and faith, as these qualities determine the outcome of your current situation. Yeah, so what I'm getting told is that everybody is actually in a really huge state of manifestation, being able to self-manifest. So what you speak is what you create, and that's why in the magical realm, for us witches, we know it to be called spells. So you could journal, you might manifest, you might script, you might play subliminals in your sleep at night time, manifestation stuff. Spirit is saying keep it up, but even if you're not doing that, they're suggesting you do it for these next couple of days because there's a massive shift now. But what Spirit is saying is that if you're getting ready to do some scripting or listen to a sleep meditation or do whatever it is that you do when it comes to manifestation, a little bit of magic or what have you, Spirit is saying even just your energy surrounding that, the build up before that, like if you've gone to yourself, okay, I'm going to do this today. If you're grumpy or you've had a bit of an argument with somebody or you've got something going on and you're feeling a bit low on energy, Spirit's saying to be really mindful of that because that is your unspoken energy that you're putting into that manifestation. You've got to be really careful on what you create right now. But that's not a negative thing either, so don't be discouraged. It's just you're highly sensitive right now. Okay, Archangel Michael's here. Hi. Thank you, Archangel Michael. So he's come in today because he wants to override energetically. He wants to lay his blanket of blue healing over everybody that is in association with this reading today. You could read it, watch this reading in a year from now. It's not going to matter. You will still get that energy for Archangel Michael. Thank you so much. Now, the other angels that have been through this last 2 other readings, including this one now, they're here today, but they are very quiet, but they're still present. And they're whispering. They're watching us. They're listening to what's coming out because they've done the best they can. And now Archangel Michael is here. So, enough bullshit and gibberish. Let's get into this. Please remember, I do not use tarot and I channel. So let's see what comes up. Woo, are we ready? I'm just listening to spirit. Let's do this. First card, Angel Light. Spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people, friendships, and increased spiritual growth. Notice I'm struggling to get my words out. I'm not actually too sure why that's happening. Maybe somebody else has been jittery, or maybe that's just a symptom of coming through the last end of this massive, beautiful healing portal that's been opened, because I feel a little bit off today. Not in a negative way, but I'm just not my boyish, bouncy self. So I'll read that again. Angel Light. Spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. Okay, so what Archangel Michael is saying is that doesn't have to be so much even to do with religion or spiritual elements. It could be to do with your fitness. You might be joining a gym. You might be doing a dance class. You could be joining yoga and Pilates. Obviously, yoga's got a spiritual element as well. But it's not just about the spiritual or religious community. It's about what helps your heart beat. It's about what gives you that space to be yourself and feel like you're having some healing and some spiritual or personal inner growth. Even if it just lulls you into a safe sense of community, you're on the right path. He says, don't give it up, right? Angel Light, beautiful. Next card. Fluorite. Natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. Wow. Yeah, because this is the thing. People really go through these phases where you might be getting a little bit older now, or you just might feel like, you're a bit outdated somehow. And it's not even necessarily, mightn't be a physical aspect. It could just be an emotional one or a mental one, or you're just like me, I'm feeling buggered today. So, what Spirit is saying, what Archangel Michael is saying is that we are loved, you are loved, regardless of what you've got going on. But if you do want to go and change your hair color or do something like that, that's fine. But don't feel like you have to come through this portal, come through this healing element of shedding layers and rectifying and having remedies with issues that you've had in your life, and all of a sudden you've come through that going, well, I should be looking different somehow. It's not about that. Archangel Michael's saying that for the few of you that are going out there to do something radical with your hair or the way you dress or what have you, good on you, because that's really special and really important to have that element in your life. Next card. Forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. Beautiful. Look. Archangel Michael is saying to me that there is some shadow element in this reading today. There are a few people that are feeling like they're in a dark mood, or they're low energy, or they've got a few little creepy crawlies going on in their energy. Don't be alarmed. It's just a shadow element. And this beautiful deck here, this is a lot of shadow in here. It is what it is. And what he's saying is that, as with this card, just be your normal, beautiful, authentic self. It doesn't have to be a physical beauty. It can be a mental and an emotional beauty. Your mindset, your intelligence, right? So he's saying, forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. Don't live what you've been through in the past. And Spirit is saying that everything that people have experienced in these last couple of weeks, particularly with this energetic shift, this has all happened for a reason. And I know people like me in my industry, we say that, but it's actually true, because we are wanting this to happen. We're also open to receive. It's not just you guys, it's me as well. I will always be walking this path. This is my life. This is my way of life. It's not a lifestyle. It's two very different things. I don't necessarily dress the part. I don't necessarily look the part for whatever my industry is. There's a lot of other women in my industry that have similar clothing styles and different bits and pieces. I just do whatever it is that I do. And this is what Spirit's saying. Forget what you were conditioned to be and believe. You've had a lot of growth. You've made a lot of peace. You've done a lot of clearing up. You've cleaned your house. You've cleaned your heart. You've cleaned your thoughts. Whatever you've done, it's okay. It's okay to forget those things and build the new you now. Belong to your own dream. Wow. I love this girl's hair in this picture. Hey, it says create your own life. That's something similar to the card prior to this. Thank you. I'm just listening. One of the cluster of angels that have been through these last 3 readings has just come forward and very gently tapped me on the shoulder. And he is saying that that little group of angels have been going around trying to plant beautiful seeds of growth and harmony in people's dream states. So if you've been having some odd dreams, or you wake up feeling really, really rested and you think, wow, I had the best sleep in ages, or you actually find yourself falling asleep on the couch and you've just nodded off for 20 minutes and you wake up and think, wow, that was the smallest little power nap, but damn, I feel good. That's what this angel is saying. They're doing that. They've done that to a lot of people. So if you're also feeling energetically like you're exhausted, like me, I'm buggered today for no reason, well, obviously a reason, but not because I've been out in the piss or anything. And this angel, this is the same thing that he's saying they're doing to other people. They're trying to get people to stop and have a rest. It says belong to your own dream, create your own life. This is what they're doing right now. So they're also trying to nudge people to lay down and have a rest if you need one. Okay, let's go. I just actually paused that for a second. Sorry, I had to. Hey, I just actually paused the video because I have come into some really chronic heartburn. Wow, it was like almost taking my breath away. You could be going through that as well. You might be getting heartburn from like having a cup of tea, even just something basic. Spirit is saying that's all part of clearing up the energy through your heart space, through your chest, up to the highest chakras so you can communicate better and have that bit of clarity in yourself. But the heartburn is just a physical human symptom. Whoa, it's bad. It says here, painting the roses red, covering up errors. Wow. I love this girl. Look at her. She's no nonsense. She knows exactly what she's doing. But at the same time, she's in a bit of a maid's outfit. So basically what Spirit is saying is that people seem to think that if you've got a bit of a past or a history with things in your life that you don't really think match, morph, or alter up properly or level up to your spiritual journey, your spiritual growth. Could be Reiki, could do massage, it could be a yoga teacher, whatever it is that you do, and you've got things going on in your past and you think, oh, well, I can't really let people know that because, I'm working in this industry or I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing. Spirit's saying, don't be ridiculous. This girl's painting these roses red to cover up things that she's done in her past or she's been through or experienced or being a part of, her life, obviously, that she doesn't want other people to show. And Spirit's saying, that's not what it is at all. That's not how it is. We don't really care about your background, says Spirit. You're chosen. You're a chosen person. You're a part of this light seed journey. You're a part of this light worker situation. And we just want you to know you don't have to paint the roses. You don't have to make things look pretty. You just need to come from that space of authenticity. Wow. These little cards here are my own channeled messages from animals. So let's see. The first one says it's the bird or the parrot. Well, it's not a parrot, but it says color therapy, speech, words, be mindful, social beauty celebration. Whoa. So this is the second card that's coming out now about being mindful of what words you speak out into the ether. I am absolutely fucking struggling to get my words out right now. 2 secs. Hang on a minute. Okay, I'm back. That was really weird. I just paused the video and sat in silence for a few seconds. Wow. Maybe that's a message, that's an indication. This is what Spirit's saying. Don't trip up on your words. Don't stumble over what you're thinking and feeling. Don't question yourself. Don't second guess it. Just be honest and authentic in your approach. Speech, words, be mindful. Come from that space of mindfulness. Be mindful. You don't always have to run off your heart, okay? You can also always run off the intellectual side of your approach to life, okay? Social, beauty, celebration, and color therapy. So if you know anything about color therapy, you will know that it helps soothe, alter, and adapt one's day, life, what have you. And what Spirit is saying is right now, wow, Whoa, that just went right through me. Okay, I have just had a blue avian starseed stand behind me. Now, as you guys know, I'm a starseed, and I'm actually a blue avian starseed myself. I'm blue avian. I'm a hybrid. I'm a Syrian blue avian hybrid, right? Wow, that was insane. I had just had a blue avian stand behind me and spread their wings. Their wings would have been 6 foot at least, either wing. Their arms out, their wings, whoa. And I've just had all these beautiful, magical, soft, gentle colors. These real solid but soft, gentle colors come through. And what they're saying is that they're asking everybody to get in touch with their element of color. Thank you very much. Thank you for the message. Thank you. Wow. I've never had a blue avian come in a reading like that before. I've done meditations, I've done activations. You know, I've been doing 8D activations, right? Everybody's always on about the 5D, it's the 5D, it's the 5D. I'm literally been doing 8D activations. Huge. Wow, that's just really blown my mind. Okay, so if you can actually look up some colors that will help you with things, you know, what to wear, for a job interview or just whatever, you just look it up, just research what you've got coming up in your life that have some significance. You might be having sleepless nights, you might be thinking about rearranging your house to different colors, changing your color schemes around somehow. Spirit is saying, the blue avians are saying, go with that energy. The next card says fidelity, growth, love, clever, fertility, opportunities, and successful. Right, so obviously we know fidelity means about being faithful to your lover, to your husband, to your wife, to your partner, or what have you. But it also means about being faithful to yourself. For this particular reading, Spirit is saying it's okay for people to go have a space of celibacy. It's okay to have that cleanliness and that clarity when you're going through an ascension, when you're going through a growth or what have you. It's okay. It's about your love. It's about your self-love. It's about your growth. You are clever in your approach, and you have lots of opportunities coming now because of you clearing the way and parting the way. And Archangel Michael has just nodded his head behind me. He wants you guys to know that everything you're stepping into now will be really, really successful. You know, and fidelity. Be faithful to yourself. Be faithful to your path. Don't be overruled by other people's thoughts and opinions. Don't be lured in by the devil, basically. Okay? Next card. Now, these are the Akashic Tarot. I love this deck. Oh, 3 of Roses. Loving elementals. Oh, I have a very, very good friend of mine. She's actually an elemental. She lives in Sydney. Shout out, Mels. So, 3 of Roses. So what Spirit is saying is that there's a fairies on here. There's the Fae on here. If you don't work with the Fae, or you don't invoke or have much to do with the Fae, Spirit's saying keep your eye out regardless, because they are with you at the moment. They are actually helping you on that spiritual plane. Now, for anybody that actually did invoke or pay homage to the fairy realm over the summer solstice, as I did, this is them now coming back through, and this is amazing. It never occurred to me that these guys would be a part of this portal and this ascension process. Beautiful. So Archangel Michael's saying that they're here, but they won't be here for long. I'm just listening. Archangel Michael's saying human days of 3. So human days of 3. So for 3 days, you will actually see or feel or sense magic in the air somehow. You might think you see something move out the side of your eye and you're looking, it's not there. This is the fairy realm. They are with you. I recommend you sprinkle a little bit of sugar around some places if you can. I'm here, Archangel Michael, he's chuckling. So yeah, sprinkle a little bit of sugar, or if you've got sugar cubes or a little bit of sweet, like a jube lolly, put it out the back in the garden or something like that. Make up a little hut, make a little house, get an old ice cream container or a little cardboard box and cut a little flap off the front of it so you can put a little bit of sweet food and stuff in there and upside down like a little house, and just make a little space for the fairies, right? Because they're here to help you. They're ushering in the new energy, and trust me, they are one of the oldest, most magical power sources that there can be. Beautiful. Feeling blessed. Next one says 7 of Roses. Another Roses. The Journey. Wow, look at that card. So I'm just listening. Archangel Michael said that, he's just said that there's a lot of us that are still have a long way to go when it comes to feeling like we've made the shift or we feel a difference. He wants us to know that we are more alert, we are more awake to what we're doing with our spiritual growth, and having that ascension and that rise and that shift in ourselves as people, as humans. We've really helped raise the vibration for humanity, even just working on ourselves. And he's saying to me, you too, Amythyst, thank you. So he's saying that, but we've still got a ways to go. Like, there's all these people at the port, there's all these people at the pier, there's boats coming and going, everybody's working, everybody's moving, the sun is setting. And this is what he's saying, like, we've got a way to go till we actually feel collectively that there's some sort of a shift. And again, I did say last time in the other one of these readings that there should be signs and symptoms of, statues with tears coming around out them excuse me, around the world, and angel sightings and mystical magical shit like that, right? Because it's all part of the growth. That's the spirit's way of just giving back and saying thank you. This is what we're doing. We're aware that everybody's raised a vibration, but there's still a ways to go. So if you feel like I'm working on myself, I'm drinking fucking green tea or whatever it is, I'm eating better, and I'm being kind to this person, and I've walked away from this friendship, and I'm doing all these things to do with my growth, my personal growth, my inner self, I'm ascending, I'm better for it, etc. And you feel like you can't see the forest because the trees are in the way, Archangel Michael is saying it's all part of the journey. You're right there. You've just got a bit of ways to go. If you could look back and see how far you've come to do with this ascension and this growth and your help to humanity in the last couple of weeks even, you would understand. So very cryptic shit coming out today. This one says, Four of Keys, clearing the way. Oh, I love this card. See? Final destination, guys. The journey. It is right there. It is right there, okay? So, let me look at this. Oh, I love this. See how all the light, the sun is beaming through the trees. That is spirit. They're guiding you. They're lighting the way. They're shining your path, clearing the way. Now, this man has an axe in his hand, and he needs to clear the way himself to get his family to the final destination or what have you. And what spirit is saying is that we're shining the way from you. There's your destination. It's right there. It's a little bit of a journey, as I've just said. It's a little bit of a journey to get to where you need to be, and that mightn't even be a physical destination. It could be an internal thought destination or emotion even, but you still have a little bit of work to go. And I've just said that with the prior card, and I haven't seen these cards. Oh, I knew what the animal ones were, obviously, because they're mine. But yeah, so basically you've got a little bit of work to go, but you're nearly there. So you should be really, you should be really happy with yourself. What have we got here? Charles and Ray Ames, and it says, design your days, don't plan them. Aspire to profound practicality. Be unbending in your flexibility. Oh, I'm going to read that again. That's fucking amazing. Design your days, don't plan them. Wow. It's about your mindset. Aspire to profound practicality. Wow. Be unbending in your flexibility. Yes. Okay, I get this now. So basically what this card is saying to you is that don't just get up in the morning and do your bullshit 9 to 5, even if that's not your shift or your scale or you work or you don't work, whatever. Don't get up and just do what you've done all these years. Switch it up a bit. Don't just plan your days. Design them. Have a bit of love. Have a bit of happiness. Have a bit of gusto. Like, be grateful. Give blessings. Spirit's saying people really need to be reminded that they have come so far. And that's not the first time I've said this in this reading. That spirit is proud of you for how far you've come. It says, aspire to profound practicality. Exactly. When you can tweak something within an inch of its life where it runs like a well-oiled machine, whether that's yourself or your emotions or your immediate world around you, it's a practical way to live, and like my mother has always said, she's a lazy cleaner. And what she means by that is that she doesn't want to spend all week doing her chores in between her working life. She's retired now. But she would rather spend one full day or whatever it is getting stuck into the house or getting stuck into this and that. Whatever had to be done, she'd rather do it all at once because then she could be lazy for the rest of the week and just focus on her work and do other things. And this is what aspire to profound practicality actually means. It's about working smarter, not harder. And then underneath that, it says, be unbending in your flexibility. Yeah, Archangel Michael is saying there's little angels, some of those angels, that are in that little cluster group. There's 2 of them, they're girls, they're females, and they're singing. Like there's angels singing right now. Oh, wow. Oh, that was amazing. That just went right through my crown. Holy shit, and come right out the base of my throat. And my heartburn's gone. I had a little quickies, but they don't really do much, but my heartburn's completely gone. Wow. Okay, be unbending in your flexibility. Spirit is saying the amount of time, energy, and effort you have put into yourself, you have a right to say, no, I'm not bending, I'm not switching around, or I'm not changing my schedule, or I'm not doing A, B, and C to accommodate you. No is no, enough is enough. You're allowed to say no. Be unbending in your flexibility. You've been flexible in your own approach. You've made sacrifices in your life that were probably hard to do, or you've been putting off for a while, which has made them harder. But that's what Spirit's saying. Be unbending in your flexibility. You have a right to be flexible for yourself. You can bend whichever way you need to. Doesn't mean you have to be bent into shape for somebody else, right? Cavaggio. Try to keep violence, try to keep violence metaphorical. Oh. Adjust your eyes to darkness. And a head on the shoulders is worth 2 in the hands. Right. I said earlier there is definitely some shadow aspects or element to this reading because of the energy shift now with this portal coming down. People have cleared away a lot of debris. People have done a lot of work on themselves. They've had conversations with people they weren't necessarily ready to have, but it was time, etc. Whatever your situation is, right, you'll know. And this is what this card's saying. Try to keep violence metaphorical. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a violent person. That doesn't necessarily mean you've got violence in your life. But what Spirit is saying is that there is a different approach to things in the way the world spins. The world is a violent place. The world is a violent place to live. We're just lucky at this time in our lives we're able to shut our front door and be safe at night, right? Try to keep violence metaphorical. And then it says, adjust your eyes to the darkness. Yeah, it's okay to look at yourself sometimes, have an inner look and go, you know what, fuck this. I am grumpy, or I do get bossy, or I am bloody whatever. Whatever it is that you know in yourself that you need to work on. Spirit is saying, adjust your eyes to the darkness. It's okay to have your shadow element brought into play as long as you're not using your shadow element to propel your woes or your concerns. It won't work that way, right? And then it says a head on the shoulders is worth 2 in the hand. So basically, keep your head on your shoulders. Keep your wits about you. Don't lose your head. Don't lose your cool. Try to keep violence metaphorical. Don't lose your shit over things that might annoy you or upset you. Again, adjust your eyes to the darkness. Have a look around you. What's out there? What do you need to work on? Maybe there's still a little bit of work. And the other card did say journey, and the card after that said clearing the way. So, again, I'm stumbling. I'm just going to have a sip of my drink, guys. You know what? This is fucking difficult. This is difficult for me to get out today. I don't know why. Feeling good. It's just a bit buggered. Okay, so next little card. These are quite beautiful. It says here, meaningful connections I make with others enrich my life. Oh, that's really sweet. I'm just listening. Isn't that another bird there? Blue avian. Wow. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that it's time. It's time to step into that dance class that you want to do. Go do the kickboxing, or, you know, up the ante on your study group or your Bible group or whatever it is you do. And it did say that one of the first cards that come out was about that. Let me just pull it up. It was the first card, Angel Light. Cool. Look, these colors are even similar. Okay, and that's what this card says. I'll read it again. Spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendships and increased spiritual growth, right? Exactly, and that's what Spirit's saying. It is time. Meaningful connections I make with others enrich my life. Do what you need to do for you. Again, the other card says be unbending in your flexibility. If you want to go and do something, do it. If it doesn't accommodate those around you, but they're just disgruntled because they're used to a certain routine in their life, so be it. Do what you need to do, right? Meaningful connections I make with others enrich my life. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Maybe you've just met a new friend. Maybe you've got new connections in your life, or they're about to come in, and it's actually going to literally enrich your life. Blessed be. This card says, oops, upside down. I make time each day to meet my own needs. I allow myself to rest and relax. Wow. That's cute. She's in a hammock reading her book. Now, I did say earlier about maybe somebody does some scripting or journaling, and that's how people do their manifestations. This is in relation to that. Archangel Michael's saying, I make time each day to meet my own needs. I allow myself to rest and relax. This is what he's saying. This is exactly what you need to do. You need to be doing your manifestations, but you need to be mindful on your energy before you do that. Just clear your energy. Even if you just literally ask him to sweep your energy, Archangel Michael, to sweep your energy with his sword just before you do your manifestations or your prayers or whatever it is that you do every day, right? I make time each day to meet my own needs. I allow myself to rest and relax. Yay! This is what I'm saying. Some people are really exhausted at the moment. I'm not the only person in my immediate life that I know feels buggered from this portal. But today I feel a bit buggered. And like I said, it's been verbally quite difficult for me to get my words out. And I don't know why. It's just it is what it is. But people might be also having struggles with or concerns about being able to maintain the energy shift that they've gone through because of the other people in their life, right? Can't be helped. So I've got two little cards here. These are the Because I Love Myself by Lucy Cavendish mini deck. Just trying to pull them apart. Okay. First one says, I accept my whole self. Wow. I lovingly let go of conditioning. That tells me who I should be. I embrace who I am and celebrate my truth. Now, there was another card in there. It said about just being you. Just being you and being authentic in you. That you need to be your own self. Just and to honor it and to love yourself because of how you are. It's okay to be different. The power to change. I accept that I have the ability to make changes within my life. I choose what makes my life more full of self-love and head in that direction. Why, yay, self-love. That's beautiful. Self-love's really important. So I've just got these little angels that are here. Well, they're not little, but the cluster of younger angels that are here have been part of this three Trinity spread, right? And what they're saying is that for the next couple of days that people will either feel tired or feel ultra sensitive to things. They're saying it's very unlikely you'll be overly stimulated where you've got too much energy. Doesn't mean that you won't be able to shut down at night. Maybe you will. That's what will happen. You'll be able to go to bed and have a restless sleep or what have you. But having said that, they have been instilling those thoughts and that healing energy into you in your sleep anyway. So they're saying it's not uncommon for you to feel tired or a bit restless or really sensitive to light, to smell, to sound and things like that. That'll just be a couple of days until you pass through that, and you can just call out to them, just let them know, please can you help shift this, or please can you just reassure me or bring my energy back down a bit or what have you. But they're saying it'll be very unlikely that you will be over the top with your energy. Some people might be, but that's very unlikely. But again, with the lack of sleep, or you might feel like you just need to sleep, and that's okay. So I hope this has been really good for people. Moving forward, again, I don't know why couldn't get my words out today, but sometimes Spirit does it as a message to people because that's how they're feeling in themselves. They can't get their words out, right? But what the overall messages for the finality of this reading now is that there is another... Oh, that's so funny. Archangel Raphael has come in. Hi, Rafferty. There is another a wave of healing energy that will be coming at the end of April around a moon. That's the last sort of moon for April. I don't even know what that date is at this time. And what Spirit's saying is that you might be reflecting on what you've been through in the month of February somehow, because it'll be bringing the last bit of residue, last bit of stuff to the surface. Archangel Raphael was showing me, you know how you have tiny little shards of metal on a bench or whatever, and you get a little magnet and hold it over the top, and it goes and sucks to the magnet. That's what Archangel Raphael is saying. That last bit of energy will be swept through at that time. So that's great. Thank you very much. But yeah, moving forward, Archangel Raphael is saying, and Archangel Michael are both saying that people's lives are going to be changing now. You might be feeling like you've got a bit more luck on your side. If you've gone through a period of time where there hasn't been a lot of luck, you might, you know, win a little bit of money. You might be gifted some beautiful things. You might make some new friends that, you know, are priceless to you. Some really special, deep-seated emotional wounds are going to be healed now, and that there's going to be less sorrow in people and less need to defend oneself verbally. You're just going to be shaking off like, yep, cool, that's your opinion, buddy, this is mine, you know. So yeah, but blessed be. Please like, share, subscribe. Also on Facebook under the same group called Sage Circle. It is the same picture as what I have set for my YouTube. And I'm Amythyst. Amythyst Black is my name. And take care. I'm going to have to watch this back. It'd be interesting to see, actually. So take care. Much love. And I'll be back in a few days. Back to the picker cards. Bye.